correctly. Let's talk of reputation management majorly. We know it is very, very critical. This is organizational reputation management. It's very, very critical for several reasons. These days, there is social media, which is come with full force. You said in your opening remarks that, you know, the customer is transformed. It is now the customer who has more voice through these social media platforms. And there you have a PR person who is just there to send out information and not giving an eye or ear to what is happening or to the social media. What would you advise and encourage organizations, especially when it comes to the issues of social media?
Okay, thank you. Well, it reminds me of an organization that actually had a policy to say we will not have a Facebook page, we will not be on Twitter, we will not be, and I said to the head of that organization, this is
dangerous,
dangerous,
catastrophic.
because you have to be where the conversations are taking place. Somewhere, somehow, your brand is being talked about. So you have to be part of the conversation. You have to be there. You have to understand, and you have to be able to manage and proactively manage your information and communication about the organization. So I know some established organizations really want to shy away from social media, but look, we can't. It's not going anywhere. Actually, it's actually even advancing. So what I would say is organizations need to have social listening skills. They have to have a social listening desk.
Yes.
Somebody really dedicated daily to be listening to the social media voices that are coming up. You have to have somebody dedicated to look at Facebook, to look at Twitter, to look at TikTok, to look at whatever, because there's a lot happening there, and there's that's where the people are anyway.
Yes.
That's where the people are. So organizations cannot afford to ignore this very powerful tool. So they need to have social listening skills, a social listener there, listening and tracking what is happening and proactively managing. That can actually be done also using certain software and applications like Google Alerts.
Yes.
You can use that to always alert you where you are being talked about, and you become part of the conversation. You can use Brandwatch, you can use Meltwater, all those kinds of tools, digital tools are there, so that you are able to monitor where you are being talked about and be able to talk about and address issues. So I would encourage organizations to take this seriously and just to let them know that this is not going away anytime soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think what Major is saying is that we are now in an era where you don't need to ignore what is happening on the social media. It is here and it is here to stay. And if you are a business person who is quite serious about being able to take care of all the stakeholders in your business, you need to develop social listening skills. Major is saying you actually need, in fact, to employ a dedicated team of people to work on your Twitter every single hour, every other minute. You know, I once had a conversation with one executive who said, so you want me to employ somebody to be always on Facebook?
Oh, they think people will be just playing
playing on Facebook
no,
and everything else.
It's actually a very powerful business too.
Yes, so one of the executives, top PR and marketing executives in the country, is encouraging that if your organization does not have social media platforms, you actually need to have them, because you need to be where the conversations are. And that's where we come in as Marketers Association of Zimbabwe. We've got tailor-made training programs that can suit your organization. Come to us at executive level, at operational level. We can even advise your organization on the way forward in terms of being digitally present. You need to develop a social listening skill as an organization.